that shit? Nice to say I ain't got nothing nice to say at all. That's the intro music for that.
Okay.
It's not actually gonna. That's not gonna be on the pod.
I mean, that's cool.
I edit things afterwards.
I know you just gotta get that plug in. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Cool.
I mean,
cool.
That was me checking levels. So talk a little bit.
I got you. What's up?
Yeah, cool. I might bring the mic a little bit closer because you're a little relaxed.
Yeah.
You're a little sexed.
I'm sexy. You know what I'm saying? I am sexy. I mean, that's God given. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You know, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing nice to say. I ain't got nothing nice to say. Oh, I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing nice to say. I ain't got nothing nice to say.
So I won't say nothing at all.
I ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
I say, whoa, welcome to Nothing Nice to Say interviews, man. We back at you, man. It's your man Aldo NICE. And I'm with one of my homeboys. I got him in the house today, and we've been kind of dancing around doing this podcast, and I'm very, very excited to have him here. But I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
What's up? This your boy Zeno. My government is Alfred Zeno, but everybody, if you know me, call me Zeno. I'm a personal trainer. I got my own business, A to Z Fitness. Come check us out.
I mean, we were going to get to that point where we did all of the, the shout outs. I mean, I know, is that a branding thing that you feel like you have to
that's
start?
Just a part of me. I mean, that just sounds like the thing to say,
I mean, I feel like I wish that my podcasting name was just my real government name because I feel like there's some power in that.
Yeah.
Like Kanye West, you know what I mean? Like,
don't put me with that guy right now. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
He's out here in Houston right now. I thought you was personal training him this weekend.
Nah, I don't mess with Kanye West like that.
So but I heard you were a personal trainer to the stars. Is what I've.
Yeah, I am. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I train, everybody I spend time with,
they champion.
Stars. They stars. They're champion. They're winner in my eyes. So yeah. I am. But not Kanye West.
I don't feel the same way. Like, I mean, I work with a lot of teachers, right? And I try to make them be their best selves as an educator. But I don't always think they all champions. Sometimes I think some of them is there for the wrong reasons.
I mean, that's your thing.
But do you feel like I think we got a lot of parallels there. I feel like the individuals who come to me to do professional development, I'm developing them as professionals. Yeah. I'm developing their teaching. I feel like you're developing someone's physical, like their physicality, their physique, and everything like that. So some people come to you for the wrong reasons, I would think, right?
Sometimes.
So what would be a wrong reason for somebody to come to the gym?
Like since I've been training, man, and I started at Valley Soda Fitness, which I think was like the creme de la creme of like personal training at the time. And when they was on, they was on. And, they trained us up well, and they always, they taught us, like, really get to the underlying motivation. You know what I'm saying? So people come in for a lot of vain reasons why they want to work out, but at the end of the day, you got to peel back those layers and see why they want to. Like, everybody want to look good, want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to do that. Mm-hmm. So you gotta get past those vain things and find out what's the underlying motivation. And that's just kind of how I always approach every person that said they want to work out.
And I think that should be a good thing. It almost should be a prerequisite for any kind of profession is to have like that psychology perspective, like to really understand the people who you're working with, to try to get the most out of them. And I think that's an important part. But let's take a step back before we really get into your business and everything like that. I'm tell a little bit of a story, man. So this is how I know this guy A to Z Fitness, man. When I first moved to Houston, I moved to the projects. So we in the Jecks. I'm living in an apartment. The apartment burned down, but none of my stuff got burnt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out one time. This podcast brought to you by the Lord. And so we came to another spot. I was living with the cousin Ash Dog forever is a mighty long time. And we in the crib. And, what we used to do is we used to drink, we used to smoke, and we used to play Madden all day. And then one day we in the apartments and the lights went out and it was a power outage and we was like, damn, we must not have paid our bills. So we walked outside And next door neighbors was outside, and they was like, "Damn, nigga, we didn't think we paid our bills either." And it just so happened to be your man Zeno and his partner Hurt something.
That's my partner Hurt.
You know what I mean? And then them boys was like, "Oh, y'all play that Madden too?" So it became a like, and it was a crazy thing because I remember at the time I was like maybe 20, 21. Yeah. I mean, we was youngsters at the time, so I've been knowing dude for pretty much the length of the time that I've been in Houston. So I mean, it's a long backstory. I mean, I taught your little nephew. Used to be when I was in the classroom there and everything else. So I've been knowing dude for a long time, man. But in that time, like he said, you went from a person who I said, "Oh, that guy works at a gym," to a business owner who, like, I know a lot of people who've went to you. I know people who, and I love this part of it, right?
What's that?
When I run into someone who knows you because they work at your spot, and I don't know that you know that I know that they know that type of thing, right?
That's what's up.
And that's pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool. Like those degrees of separation. And he's also a member of the Union of forearm tatted individuals, which says something about you. If you know somebody,
what they say?
Come on, man. You know what they tell us when we was in school?
I don't know.
Traditionally, don't get a tat under your. How are you going to hide that at your job? Right, but once you make that decision to get a tat right there, you're making a decision to say, you know what?
This is who I am.
So there you go, man. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I said a lot, man. But I talked a little bit about your backstory. So when I met you, you were at Bally's. So what was your decision like? What was your thinking to say, hey, I don't want to... And how long did you do that?
What?
How long were you a personal trainer working for someone else?
5 years.
5 years, okay.
5 years. But when I started working at Bally's, I had a plan. Like I said, like I said earlier, I felt like they were like the creme de la creme of the industry, and I knew that I wanted to own my own gym. So I wanted to infiltrate the system and like find out like what makes y'all successful and what y'all do. And so that's why I stayed there as long as I stayed, because I want to learn as much as I can learn before I just lunch out there and go out on my own to the next level.
Okay. And like, how does that work? I mean, I don't know like the ins and outs of every job. So when you're a personal trainer, like what are the hours usually like for something like that?
I mean, man, you gotta work it from the ground up. Like you come in there and it's no hourly wage, you on commission base. So it's like you have to get your own clientele.
So when you first started, you were just in there, just trying to talking to people who on the machine, like, hey, you're not doing that right?
Man, when I first got in there, I ain't know nothing.
Okay.
And I was just like winging it. And
did somebody take you under their wing and show you the ropes?
No, not for a long time, bro. Like after being a college graduate, I had a degree, like most personal trainers.
And what school did you go to?
I went to Northwestern State for 2 years, and then I transferred, and I graduated at Louisiana College in Pineville, Louisiana. It's like close to Alexandria. And
so you went to jail in Pineville.
It could have been that.
But you used to play ball for
Louisiana College.
Okay, and Louisiana you played ball for Northwestern.
Northwestern, okay. Yeah. And I learned a lot, and they was like two total different institutions.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? How they operate and they ran, and I learned a lot.
Okay, so but then you're saying like when you got into the game, college graduate, and I'm like, what was your aspiration? Did you want to be a personal trainer when you were in school? What did you go to school for? Marketing or something?
No. You know how they talk about like a lot of people, they go to college and they change their major.
Yeah.
I had already knew what I wanted to do from the jump. Like
really?
You know, yeah, because I was like a little runt kid, bro, and so like I started working out and I seen what fitness did for me because I love sports. You know what I'm saying? I love sports. And so I inspired to be like most young kids that love sports to be a professional. You know what I'm saying? So I seen what working out added outside of what you do with the team, what that added to my game. It was like, it blew me away. And so I was just all in. So like I was that guy, bro, in like the 9th grade of high school, drinking creatine and whey shakes. I was that guy. That's like 95, bro.
Oh.
You was
wearing the jump shoes and shit?
Nah. Yeah. I had the jump shoes. I had the ankle weights. Remember the ankle weights? I had all of that, bro. Like I was
You was that kid.
I had been in for a long time.
You was that kid.
When I got to college, I already knew what I wanted to do because I seen what fitness did for my life.
That's pretty cool.
It gave me confidence, bro, and I took a lot of leaps and bounds and steps, and so I was like, let me keep banking on this.
You didn't set no receiver records at Dulles, huh? In the weight room. You ain't send no weight room records, man?
No. I was like I said, man, I was a runt.
Okay.
I was a runt.
Nobody would believe that now, because I mean, this a big dude, man. It's a big dude now.
And you know
man.
what's so crazy? I still see myself as a little guy. That's what's still crazy. You know what I'm saying? I see myself like an average guy.
Well, guess what? America doesn't see you that way. They look at you like you better not run.
I got that.
I better not run that. I'm a little man narrative.
Trust me.
They look at you as a big black
me
threat.
over. I'm like, yes sir, no sir.
Yeah.
I don't want no problems. Like, don't think I move too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
You don't look like you move too quick. Can you put your elbows together?
No, I'm very agile.
Can you put your elbows together?
Agile. I'm not that guy. I'm not that fitness guy. You know what I'm saying? Some of them be into like that gains, Buff Bagwell stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to look good, feel good. I want to move around.
Okay. So, I mean, that's dope to say that's how you got into it. Okay, so then you made the shift after 5 years to your own business. Did it start with A to Z Fitness? And how long have you been doing A to Z Fitness?
No, it didn't. The shift, it was like I went from being like working for a corporation until I went self-employed.
Okay.
And I was like, Zeno. You know what I'm saying? I worked for another person that was a small business owner. I went to his place. I paid him rent. I was Zeno. I had to like find my lane.
Got you.
In this independent game.
Got you. So yeah, so you like for a time I've heard that you were like that guy in Las Vegas giving those nasty massages, rubbing on people.
No, that wasn't you. No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Okay. I thought that was. I thought that had been you. The first and second time I saw that video.
You're not gonna get any stories coming up about me in any appropriate. You know what I'm saying? I'm a professional. Let me say that first and foremost. I'm a professional. So.
Okay.
So I don't mix business with pleasure.
And I mean, I hear you though, man. And look, I've been to A to Z Fitness. You didn't kick my ass a few times, put me through the ringer since anytime I decide to go over there. But I'll stick it out.
It gotta be like that though.
I'll stick it out. And I know other clients that you had who
gotta set the tone.
Yeah, I mean, we leave that friendship stuff at the door. A lot of people don't understand that when they come to like my classes and stuff. They're like, oh, that's my boy. Be like, you gonna have to work, bro. Like everybody else.
Yeah. Like you got a job to do. Like I got a job to do. Like I'm serious about my job. So I feel you, bro.
So let's talk about fitness, because I'm all like, I think a lot of people who are gonna tune in are gonna want to know some things about, and give us some fitness stuff. Give us something for free. We want you don't get stuff for free a lot, man. Give us some free stuff right now. And this is what I want to know. First thing I'm gonna ask: if somebody goes to the gym and they're like, hey, look, I'm trying to get in the gym and get in shape. And just like in an amorphous way, just in shape. What are the machines that'll give them the most bang for their buck? And don't be one of those guys who say ain't no machines. Ain't no machine.
No. What I'm about to say, like that's a very broad statement.
Okay.
And
so let's say I'm coming to the gym and I'm trying to get that cardio. I'm trying to drop some. Mm-hmm. What would your suggestion for anybody to be?
Oh, just the blueprint is, you need to be working out, being active at least 4 days a week. Mm-hmm. You need to drink water. Make sure you drink at least half your body weight in ounces. You got to do a certain amount of cardio, you know what I'm saying, to burn fat per week. On top your nutrition, and that's kind of catered to the individual. But you got to get those fundamental things down, like hydration. You know what I'm saying? Activity. You know what I'm saying?
What does hydration do for weight loss in general?
This the thing that I want to tell people. Like, I always
I'm
use
using
a lot
the term weight loss a lot.
No.
Okay.
I ain't tripping about that. That's cool. It's all about weight loss, weight management. I've heard it a lot. I've been doing it 15 years, so it's like those terms are not uncomfortable to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing that people have to understand is that there's a whole lot of misconceptions. And so you have to find out that, what everything means. When we talk about hydration, you got to put your body in look at as a vehicle. I always break it down. Your body's a vehicle, like a car. We can always relate to that.
A truck, if you will.
Some people might be a truck.
Jeep.
Some people.
You remind me.
We let go to some people gonna be a Cadillac.
A Cadillac.
Some people gonna be Escalade.
Some people,
and that's cool.
Okay,
and that's cool as long as you're healthy. You know what I'm saying?
The Cadillac Escalade is a Cadillac.
But when it comes to hydration, it's like gas. Okay. If your car doesn't have enough gas in it, it can't run.
Okay.
So that's what hydration is, like making sure that you have enough fuel in for you to operate and function your body. You don't have to be a professional athlete, but just even being a full-time mom.
Mm-hmm.
You get off, you got to pick your kids up. Kids want to be active. I know kids want to be active. And you have to be energetic and have the energy to be really, intertwined with your kids.
Okay.
So, those things, hydration is very important. You got to have gasoline to go.
Okay. I like that analogy. And, okay, so if you're trying to cut some weight, we're talking cardio, a bunch of times a week, 4 times a week or
At
whatever.
least 4 times a week working out.
You know what I mean? Okay, how about, I'm trying to look, summer coming. Not soon, because winter not even here yet. But summer gonna be here. I need them abs, Zeno. I need to be called Aldo NICE. You heard me? Aldo NICE. How am I gonna get them abs, Zeno?
You're gonna have to do some like high intensity training. Like that hit stuff to where you running, jumping. Like you gotta really get it. If you want to get that tone and that, like you gotta really get it. And then on the flip side, you gotta eat for it as well. Because that's what they say. Abs are made in the kitchen.
That's what they say?
That's what they say. It make a lot of sense to me.
So is it possible that I got a 6-pack just under this top? Is it possible?
You got the muscle. You got the muscle.
I mean, I hear you, and I mean,
it's not like born or birth if you get them.
No, some people are born with that kind of metabolism, though.
No, I'm saying, but some people lose a lot of weight and they have abs.
Mm-hmm. Or some people lose a lot of weight and they don't. I get your point. Makes sense.
If you got them, you got them. I mean, that's it.
I feel a little less enthusiastic about my abs by the summer plan that I had worked out, but
my thing is, it's you can get it whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make sure that you're going to work for what you want.
Okay.
So that's why I say if you have them, you can get them.
What are most people when they come to you, what are they looking for?
Weight loss.
You think it's weight loss mostly?
Yeah. Weight loss or just bad health. Like when they come to me on like, their doctor sent them to me. The doctor said you got 30 days, you got 60 days, you got 90 days.
What, to live?
No, to come back for another checkup before we put you on medication.
Okay. Oh, I'm about to be on it. I got the sugar.
Yeah. I'm pre-hypertension.
Yeah.
I'm about to be on high blood pressure pills. I'm about to be on high cholesterol pills. I'm diabetic. You know what I'm saying? That's when people come to me.
You can turn it around in 30 days too. Any kind of habit. I feel like
if you're pre, you can, yeah.
So we've had this discussion before, and I remember about 3 years ago now, when I dropped about 60. I did that in 3 months. And I think a 3-month span, you could completely change your whole body in 3 months. I think that's 90 days is the time. And I did P90X.
90 to 120.
Yeah.
90 to half a year is enough for you to like.
Well, 120. Oh, so 90 to like 180. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying 90 days, like 3 months to 6 months is a good amount of time for you to just like transform your life to where it's like people won't even recognize you.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, they got a second guess, But it's gonna be a regimen that you have to, do in those 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, for me it was P90X, and I did P90X, and it was a certain diet. But see, I looked at, and you're probably gonna look at this a different way. As I don't know how you'll view this, but I'll say it. I looked at it as kind of a math problem, right? Where I just was like, I don't give a damn what I eat. I don't give a damn how much water I drink, but I know that if my calorie deficit is 3,500 a week, then that's a pound. So I was just like, I'm going to only eat X amount of calories, and I'm going to burn a bunch more than I eat. And I lost a bunch of weight like that. And I just looked at it, but people have told me that's not the most healthy way to do that.
It is a science.
Mm-hmm.
It is a science. At the end of the day, it's a science. So how you get there, the science and the numbers have to be absolute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all about what you can maintain. That's the thing.
Okay.
So you can do the extreme things and lose a whole lot of weight, but if you want to do sustainable things, you have to do things that's going to be like
lifestyle change.
Yeah, it can't be a fad or a fade, bro. It can't.
And do you feel like part of your job is that when people come to be that psychologist who's having that conversation with them about, that kind of thing? Because I heard you talking a little bit earlier about how everyone who comes in, you feel like you got to know them as an individual for them to be successful in the gym.
Yeah. I mean, most definitely. Like, you have to know the person, who they are, how they tick, if you're going to be the person that's going to challenge them and change them. Mm-hmm. Because that's ultimately what every personal trainer does. You are changing people's lives. You changing their mentality, their mindset, their habits, their lifestyle. You are changing them. So you got to be invested. You got to be indwelled into who that person is if you're going to really do your job.
No, I got you. So, I mean, I asked you a question and you kind of danced around it. What's the most fire machine to get on when you go to the gym, man? Like, what machine people need to be on?
I mean, you're going to be mad at me, but it's
a machine, dog.
Ain't no machine.
They got a machine.
Ain't no machine. Ain't no pill.
I read an article that said the 3 most fire machines to be in the gym.
Man.
And they was talking about stair climber and the motherfucking the ab daddy.
Man, I ain't heard of I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, I got you.
They got a whole bunch of those. They got a whole bunch of those sites and websites and they got a whole bunch of that stuff out there, man. I
think convenience is a big thing too. Like, I mean, so you helped me, and I mean, this is some things about maybe it was 8 months ago or so, and you helped me get that elliptical.
Yeah.
Because the elliptical I had at the house was making noise. I had to get it out of there. Yeah. And I went to this guy, and you turned me on to that dude. I went to his storage thing. That boy had about 10,000 machines in that storage, man.
He pretty much got majority of my corporate big equipment. Yeah.
So, I mean, he shot me that one elliptical for the crib. And, the fact that it's in the garage makes everything so convenient to where I don't have an excuse to not do cardio damn near every day. So that part of the game is cool to have convenience. But look, let me ask you this. People in and around the Houston area, where are you located in Houston to where they can find you?
I'm in the Stafford area.
Okay.
And, close to Southwest Houston, close to Missouri City, Sugar Land. I'm in the Stafford area. Okay.
So what are you running some kind of specials? What's going on? Like, I mean, if they come in and say best friend weekend sent me.
They're gonna get a hookup.
He said, yeah. But we're not gonna talk about what that is right now.
We don't discuss business. We don't discuss business.
We'll talk about it, man.
But we're gonna take care of them.
Okay. Take care of them. So I mean, I didn't have a lot of people talking about gyms and motivations, but I'm dead ass. I know many people who I didn't even know Newsy, who have been going over there and having great results and really making positive lifestyle changes. So if it's something that you're considering and you live in the Houston area, you might want to look up A to Z Fitness. I think it's a great place to just kind of go in there, even if you go do a couple of sessions just to kind of see if you like it, just to kind of get the good word with my partner.
We're gonna teach you something. We're gonna teach you something.
Okay. So another thing that we would, I want to talk to you about, because I mean, you are my partner. I know I wanted to talk shop.
Let's go.
But I also wanted to talk about some other stuff. Can we talk about some other stuff?
Go.
Okay, so you're a parent, proud dad, daddy's girls.
That's my booze.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? That's my booze.
I saw you was in Alexandria with the oldest one the other day, kicking it. So as a father, how do you feel about the spider filter?
Man, that stuff crazy. It's like
is that cruelty?
Yeah, you can't play with your kids like that. That's like some mental stuff you're doing to them. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's jokes, but it's like if you look
your parents didn't do nothing crazy to you like that when you was a kid?
Man, no, I was raised like real conservative. You know what I'm saying? I was a PK kid. I'm raised real conservative, so it was black or white. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of
I remember my dad used to, when we were small, we'd be laying there and he'd put his hand like a claw and he'd bring it down real slow over your stomach to tickle you. Yeah. And then I'd be like freaking out. I feel like that's the same thing as the spider filter.
Nah, that ain't the same thing. It's like technology. They thinking it's a bug on their head, bro. That's not the same as a shadow of something. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same. Nah. So, I'm not gonna say that's the same.
So you're not gonna do it to your little daughter?
Nah, I ain't gonna do that to them.
They're gonna be traumatized for life. I think it's funny to watch the videos. You don't get a kick out of the video?
They'll probably get a kick out of the videos. They would get a kick out. I know they would. They're a little nosy behind. Every time I get my phone, I can't even look at social media. Daddy, what you doing? Oh, Daddy, girl, move. You being nosy. So they'll probably get a kick out of it. They got a very great personality. They're open minded. It's just a lot of stuff. For me, parenting my daughter, life will, expose them to things that they shouldn't be exposed to. So it's like I don't want to add to affecting their innocence.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. It's like I'm not gonna add to it for no jokes and laughs.
Okay.
Shits and giggles.
So how do you think about or do you expose your daughters to fitness at a young age? Is that something that they feel like?
My daughters come into my job. They be with me. They watch me work. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I work my daughters. I take them through little drills and stuff like. I'm all about fitness.
Your oldest did track, right?
Yeah. She did track, man. She was pretty good. I wish she would have continued in college, but she wanted to pursue education. I respect that.
You can't talk down on
and
that.
She brilliant. She brilliant.
I mean, it must be her mother.
I mean, hey, she brilliant, man. I don't care how she got it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I don't care how she got it.
So the bigger issue that I definitely want to bring up, because I think it's necessary to talk about. You've been ducking me for the better part of 4 years, man.
Ducking you with what?
We used to be friends, bro. Like, we went and watched LeBron. One day you called me, you was like, come, LeBron in town. I got tickets, hell. You took me to see LeBron and shit like that. I'm going to tell you what I think the issue is, man.
What's that? What's the issue, bro?
The 49ers ain't been good. Florida Gators ain't been good. And ain't nobody heard nothing from Zeno. All of a sudden this year, I'm getting texts. I'm getting calls. I'm getting, what it do, Al? When you want to watch these games?
How sweet it is, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I need you to own up to that.
I ain't owning up to that. I'm not owning up to that. That's not the reason why I've been ghost. I've been busy working. You know what I'm saying? Raising kids.
Well, let's go back to this. Why don't you support the home teams, man? Why aren't you?
No. I'm ride or die with the home teams. It's just I have favorite. Like in the NBA, I have a favorite player, but I'm always a Rockets fan. I'm a Rockets fan too. You know what I'm saying? I'm diehard.
Why
Rockets.
you not a U of H fan then, or UT or whatever Texas people like?
Man, that's not my schools. Like
Florida is.
Okay.
And
I have like reasons why I'm a fan of these schools. It's not because they hot.
Explain why you like Florida.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was a short wide receiver, and when I watched college football, Florida Gators, and my second team is the Longhorns. They had short wide receivers. They were like 5'8", 5'10". They had Javon Green and Ike Jacquez, whatever his name was. But they had those, and so they had the funny gun offense. That's a lot.
So you like Antonio Brown, in other words?
I like him as a player. I think he's dynamic. I think he's a great. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that other stuff, I can't rock with, man. He tripping.
Okay, so the other question is why? And I mean, it sounds like you're a person who straddled the fence, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna rock with the home team, but I also got my squad. So do you like the Texans or do you like the 49ers? Live on it.
Look. I'm a homer, but my favorite team as a child growing up, when I first fell in love with football, was the 49ers. And because I played wide receiver. Rice was short? I played wide receiver. No, I played wide receiver. He's the greatest wide receiver of all time. How can you not love that? I mean, how can you not love that?
Greatest of all time?
He the GOAT.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
He the GOAT. Come on. That's not even debatable.
Right? Okay.
That's not even debatable.
So, okay, so you're talking about old stuff. If we're going to bring up old stuff, let's talk about new stuff and old stuff.
Come on.
You said you like the 49ers.
Yes.
George Kittle, I think, is like in the new mode of Gronk.
Nah,
as far as somebody who could get away with whatever the hell they want to get away with because they're of a certain complexion and they out there wilding.
Nah, he different than Gronk. He like innocent fun. You know what I'm saying?
So Gronk wasn't innocent fun?
Nah, he was in it, but he told it the line. Gronk told it the line on stuff. You know what I'm saying? He be at like beach house, yacht parties. I mean, you already know how it's gonna go down on those kind of parties. Uh-huh. But this guy, Kittles, he going to like WWE fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like innocent fun.
Okay, I'll let you have Kittle. How about Nick Bosa? When Nick Bosa came in the league, he was talking about make America great again. But now y'all just all, he making the 49ers great again. I'm listening.
I'm going to be honest.
I'm listening.
Let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I already understand and know that I'm a black man. Okay? Like, that's how I'm identified. Initially, no matter who, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? So, I was talking to my partner. Like, I got like 9 Nation partners, and my partner Joey, I was like, man, you heard what he said about the Trump stuff? And he was like, man, bro, he's like, man, forget all politics. Don't put the politics in. The dude could help our football team. And at the end of the day, they asked him a political question. He's not a political guy. And he balled, bro. And he balled for your team. It's like, okay. All right, cool. I ain't got nothing. It's personal stuff. it's not like he like still he's supporting Trump now.
Oh, he is. What you thought? He just changed his opinions because he playing some football now?
But it's not like he not doing no Kanye stuff. He ain't wearing no MAGA hat on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not all in. Like, it's a lot of people that we know we cool with. You know they support Trump. But it got, like, don't put it in my face. Don't disrespect me. And that's cool.
So, I mean, it's a thing that I definitely have spoke on many a times in the podcast. What's that? I can't rock with nobody who rock with Trump. And I feel like, okay, listen. Now, I'm just telling you what it is. If Drew Brees came out tomorrow and was like, yeah, make America great again, and made it outwardly a thing, I would have to be like, you know what, I don't rock with Drew Brees.
That's too much.
And I understand what you're saying though. In regards to that, like it feels kind of like the opposite, where people would be like, oh, he kneeling for the players, so we can't really rock with them. So I don't want it to be an us versus them thing, but Trump is such a polarizing figure, and when you align yourself with him, like Nick Bosa was. Anytime I see Nick Bosa out there, okay, so let's take this. Let's take it a step back. I'm listen. We here for these discussions.
It's cool.
And I'm always listen. And we're gonna get to another one in a second.
Yeah,
where I feel like race plays a factor in everything in America.
It's a major issue.
It is the issue in America.
It's a major issue.
So anytime I see Nick Bosa playing great and carrying on and being celebrated, I'm always think about America and how if someone else of a different complexion was doing the same thing and standing on some different principle, maybe not necessarily like Trump speaks to me for like hatred. Yeah, and if a black player was like speaking about some hatred, to a certain level, Minister Farrakhan speak to hatred or like these hoteps.
We look at things at a different view.
Okay.
Than everybody, because we are the people of the oppressed. We've been oppressed. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna look at things a lot harsher. But you got to understand and know that just because a person might be associated with the person, don't mean they like align with the person. Okay. Because think about it. Okay, let's say for example, where you work at, you know that there is some people that you align yourself with and work with, and you know they probably voted for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you're not gonna say, "Oh 100%. No, I don't want to work here no more," because this and that. The same thing as me. I'm just saying, like,
I'll be like, I don't rock with him. I ain't cheering when he turning the paper.
No, because he ain't never did.
When he ain't turning the email on time, I ain't cheering.
But just because he rock with him, has he did anything that was offensive against you besides rocking with him? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I get your point. Okay, I'm not gonna let you have Nick Bosa, but we could agree to disagree on that. Because I feel like if Nick Bosa was cold as he want to be and he was on the Saints, I would have an issue with him still. And that's just me. I think I'm a little different in that regard. But we talking about the same franchise, the 49ers, who got rid of Eric Reed and Cap. Speak on it.
Man, you know the Cap stuff, the Kaepernick stuff, bro. Really, if he was guilty by association because he was Harbaugh boy. And there was a lot of conflicts within the regime or whatnot, to where they had a new owner, and the owner was cool with this dude that was like VP of the players operation. And then they didn't have a GM with him and Harbaugh. And so when they were successful, it was a lot of tug of war on who was the reason why they were successful. And Harbaugh was gonna just continue to be who he was, and he like, y'all don't get rid of me, screw it, I ain't tripping. I'm gonna do what I do, and he rolled for Kaepernick, and because he rolled for Kaepernick, it was like they was going downhill. Think about all them players that got arrested and kicked off and retired.
Oh yeah, you talking the Alden Smiths
the Navarro. What's my Patrick Willis?
Patrick Willis. They had
Borland. Yeah, Alden Smith. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The trouble he got into. You know what I'm saying.
Y'all had one last year, Reuben Foster.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago, and he hurt us. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were still just a decent quarterback, and we gonna always get.
Wasn't Kaepernick involved in some sex shit in Miami? Didn't that shit happen?
Not when he was playing. Not when he was playing.
Like him and Quentin, somebody that receiver from La Tech.
I don't know.
I feel like they was in some shit, man. Y'all check that out there. I feel like Kaepernick. I don't know. I feel like Kaepernick was doing some wild shit on the cool.
I don't know, Cap.
All that shit get expunged the minute you start
allegedly.
Okay, no, you like the 49ers. Fine. You like a big. You like they're red and gold, and then change it to red and white and make the West Coast great again. But the other team is the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
And I need you to, you say you like the receivers, huh? So you like Riley Cooper.
No.
Who was calling us niggas when he was playing
No, I wasn't cool
for the
with
Eagles.
that. I wasn't cool with that.
Okay.
I wasn't cool with that, and I wasn't cool with how Michael Vick played Uncle Tom on that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
like
he did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't cool
I remember
with
him
that.
timing it up.
No,
He timed it up.
You know, I wasn't cool with Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, don't beat me to the punch, because
I'm
you
just
know I was
saying.
going there.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Go ahead. Defend
wrong.
Defend Aaron.
Wrong is wrong, bro. Wrong is wrong.
I think Aaron Hernandez is a maniac. Is the right word. I think he's a fucking maniac, and I think that you can't just people who could kill people and then go eat cereal. They exist. It's a lot of them that could do that. He just was. It's not that many famous people that we know.
Need help, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And money can't buy you love, happiness, and peace.
Well, he was shooting people when he was at Florida, though.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah,
he wasn't happy. Like, if I'm happy balling out at Florida, we won the national championships, and I still go do that after the game, it's like that did nothing for him.
Case in point, I don't even want to talk about none of them. I really just wanted to talk about them Pouncies. Because of last night, I was watching the game. I turned it off because I was like, this game boring. Bro. And then I got a buzz on my phone that said, man, them boys wildin', huh? And I turned it back and I seen Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph started that shit, and a little hooking going on and a little helmet swinging, helmet dangling. What are your thoughts on that whole situation, specifically on your boys who went to Florida, them Pouncies? What you think about that situation?
Look, I'm going to get to the Pouncey stuff. But look, I was chilling at my homeboy B. Fetty house. We were watching the game, and I'm saying, bro.
That's kind of a cool little nickname.
That's my homeboy. He rap, he doing his thing, man.
Go ahead.
My homeboy. And I told him, I said, man, this game over with. Change the channel.
Yeah.
He didn't change the channel because he was busy working or whatnot. And long story short, I see this fight, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like, this is like some brawl.
Oh, my God. Malice at the Palace. That's exactly what I thought when you said it. Oh, my God.
I'm like, man, I'm really seeing this live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen Pouncey did what he did. Number one, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in the culture of football that the offensive lineman going to protect the quarterback. If anybody don't protect the quarterback, they're going to protect him. So I felt like when Pouncey came and he seen what God did to his quarterback, like, he was going to go ham. And Pouncey a goon. He's always been a goon.
I don't think Pouncey wanted it with Mike Evans. I mean, with Myles Garrett. He could be a goon all he wants.
He gave it to him.
Man, he got slammed. Somebody was holding him down. Stop that.
He didn't get up. He didn't fight back.
Stop it.
He did.
He knew he swung a big helmet. he knew he was out of there.
Okay, you already gone, bro. At least, like, live your life.
Live
like,
your best life.
With your head up every day. Like, yeah, I was wrong, but
I was loud and wrong.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
I don't know. My opinion of it is just, and the first post that I saw was like, so Mason Rudolph gonna push the dude, and then he gonna try to rip his helmet off, and then he rip his helmet back off, and then he gonna kick him in the nuts, and then run after him to try to get some while his people was holding him, and he got bopped in the head with a helmet. And then he gonna turn around and be like, "What? Look what he did to me!" And the post was like, the post said all that. Then he was like, "Mason Rudolph, you can say it in white tears." And I just was like, but because, but think about that as a microcosm. And I'm gonna say this again later in the week. A microcosm for America, dog. That is America 101. White person starts some shit. The nigga bop him over his goddamn head.
No, you know
and
what?
Then, police.
That
police.
does
No, I
happen.
mean, I'm not, and it's not all white people. We got a lot of white listeners.
That
And
does
listen, I'm
happen.
not being disrespectful in that way. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that from a black male perspective, that's how, like, that, it encapsulated it perfectly when I heard somebody say, save your white tears, Mason Rudolph. I don't give a shit. Like, he's wrong, but I don't give a shit about Mason Rudolph. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, I feel like he's wrong.
But, you know, you got to be in a place to where you like, okay, because, you know, I've been wrong too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool and understandable. Like, we got to keep it in content, though. We got to keep it in content, bro. Like, everybody talking about the kicking the nuts. I ain't see it. All I know is, long story short, Myles Garrett kept the play going longer than it should have. Mm-hmm. He was super aggressive. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, what they say all the time in sports. They say they never catch the first guy.
They don't?
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, why you are that openly aggressive? I think something personal happened. Me, honestly, it had to be something personal because you're winning and you're that openly, like, aggressive. Like, bro, like, why would you do that? You pretty much would rip his head off at that if it didn't come off.
Well, he was responding in kind, so I'm not going to let you have that one because Mason Rudolph was trying to rip his head off.
He did.
He was trying to rip his head off.
No, but he only did that because he dragged the play longer.
He was on the ground.
That's
dragging him out.
Like, man, get the hell up off of me.
Yeah. Let me take your helmet off.
Yeah.
But you see, I think the whole thing with Pittsburgh, to me, you said the thing about the Pounceys, I feel like that is, and people are like, if my friends don't run up and have my back like that, man, I don't want them. And I think that's a cool little meme and all the rest of that. But I think he was more, like, you play sports, I play sports, we've all played sports. Yeah. And when you're losing, if you're super competitive, you want to fucking fight. You're like you're mad because you're losing. Yeah, and I felt like he used that as an excuse to go ham.
Yeah, it was an excuse.
That's how I look at it.
But I also look at it like this: it was a reason as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a legitimate excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're justified in why you went ham like that. Like, I don't discredit. Like, look, I ain't like how the Pittsburgh stuff went down with the Le'Veon Bell. I ain't like how it went down.
I ain't like how it went down with Le'Veon Bell either.
I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I respect the organization and I respect the team. But
I got an issue in general with the fact that no black coaches seem to have black quarterbacks. I feel like they try to disassociate themselves from black stars who want to be individuals. Black coaches but this goes back to a theory I talked about before about how I could never work at a school for a black male principal. Maybe I could if he a real good dude, but I feel like that whole the dynamic of black men and other black men, when one black man is in charge, that other black men feel like they can't follow, they can't lead. And I think that's I don't like it either. But I feel like that's America, and I feel like that's what Mike Tomlin was doing to Le'Veon Bell. And maybe to a greater extent it was the whole organization, but I always felt that way about the Steelers.
Well,
and I think they're getting what they deserve for being trash.
From what I heard, allegedly.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying? It was like he had told him he's gonna be back by a certain day. He didn't come back, and they just felt played. They felt like he was disloyal. So that's cool how they felt, but they didn't have to publicize the man and say and talk down on him like they did. I ain't like that. Even Mike Tomlin, he said something. He was like, "Man, we don't want prisoners. Yeah, we want volunteers." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you know, this man got a financial issue going on, and you can feel how you feel, but don't publicize that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you and your lady, y'all get into it, and then it's like, okay, we're going to get into it, we're going to work it out, because this is not bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to put it out there. When you put it out there, you make it messy. Yeah, and so there's a lot of mess going on. So
No, I get your point. I just feel like it's an interesting situation, and that's some black coaches and black stuff. But I think that race prevails so many things in America that it's tough. It's tough as a black man to see any kind of situation where it's a black person and a lot of times and it's not, and there's some kind of a punishment or some kind of thing being doled out. You have to look at it from a lens of how does race play into this, because if you don't, you're being disingenuous.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Out of my siblings, I'm held at a different standard, and it's not always fair. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna look at it like that with our culture or with our people, with us, that a lot of times, man, we're held to a higher standard in spite of, and it's not fair. Yeah. So, you know, it's almost like being a black man in America is like you can't win. You know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't in a lot of situations, especially when you're being publicized. See, that's the thing that I think, that when you're publicized, then they hold a lot of cachet of the influence and effect that you have.
I mean, it's something that we got to consider every day. And I mean, I think from your perspective, and I'm just curious about this, not even curious about it. I think it's a testament to the type of individual. So I've done these Nothin NICE to say interviews with this is going to be at least, I think, the 5th one that we've done. We did one with the Black Coffee Company individuals. We did one with the guys from Loyal Brothers who do music videos and shoot movies just shot out, man. They just dropped something called Raw Dog King. It just hit the net, a web series. We did the Black Packers who do Black Travel. Okay. Just a whole bunch of different people. We do our Woke series. And then we have this one with you. And I think that it's a testament to the fact that I try to publicize us in a particular light. Yeah. I mean, we can have these discussions, but this is something that one of my partners, we were talking about the growth of the podcast and just the growth of the movement. Yeah. And he was talking about this idea that who is the podcast for? And the podcast is for people like you guys. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily always is people of a certain black men who know what's going on. And that's not, I mean, that doesn't mean that's not for everybody, because it is for everybody. Yeah. But that's who I'm talking to most of the time. I'm talking to my partners. I'm talking to y'all who because if you're not a successful black man, if you don't have your stuff together, I probably ain't talking to you. You're probably not even going to hear these things in the same way. You're probably not going to even be able to have these conversations. But with that, I say all of that to say that these issues I know affect you guys just as much as it does us anytime you see one of these things. And I hadn't even talked about Obama recently. I mean, I wanted to talk about that in the pod, but I hadn't even talked about how Obama is out there looking like Steve Harvey and Bill Cosby, telling people to pull yourselves up by you know what I mean?
Mama, I made it.
You know what I mean?
Mama, I made it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to leave Barack alone because people listen.
That's our guy.
Like you said, I don't want to be messy.
That's our guy. That's our guy. That's our guy.
I don't want to be messy. You know what I mean? He the number one black person of all time.
That's our guy. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it like that. But look, Z, I said I was going to keep it short and sweet, 45 minutes. This is about 45 minutes is up, man. Look, let everybody know where they can find you on social media. Let everybody know where they can find you if they looking for you, man. Look, because look, the boy got the muscles. He be putting them old half-naked pictures, too, on Instagram.
No.
You know, he go butt ass to sell CDs, ladies. So, I
mean... Negative. He lying.
He looked like Floyd Mayweather, but swole, if you did...
I'm busy. I'm busy, man.
So
look. You can find me on Facebook. You can go to my personal page, A to Z... Alfred Zeno, Alfred Zeno, or you can go to my Instagram page, A_2_Z_fitness.
Underscore. A to Z Fitness. I think I follow that. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So y'all go to my page and
follow. Go to this page and follow it. Man,
A to Z Fitness, man.
I don't do all that social media stuff.
You need to build the brand. What are we doing right now? That's why you're doing this interview.
I'm trying to get jiggy with it. Like I say.
Look out. We're gonna have his new promos. I'm gonna have to work out. We're gonna work out a deal. He gonna give me a little money. And then we're gonna have the promo spots running on the regular podcast every week. So yeah, y'all be on the lookout for that.
He just took my money. That quick.
Man, look, I appreciate y'all checking us out in the middle of the week. Talk about a little bit of something, man. We'll be right back at you in the regularly scheduled time. I would say have a great weekend, make it a best friend weekend, but guess what? It's during the week, so have a great start to the week. Make it a good, powerful week until you hear us at the end of the week. And we out.
You know, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing nice to say. I ain't got nothing nice to say at all. I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing nice to say. I ain't got nothing nice to say at all.
So I won't say nothing at all.
I ain't nothing nice. You hear me?